Will not forget. Good morning, everyone. Liz England again. I wanted to say hi to everybody. Linda Chu is here with me. She is our other leader in our team of 7 in the TESOL Career Path Development Professional Learning Network. We are thrilled to have Mohammed Zouli here with us today from Morocco. Mohammed works at a vocational high school, and he is a really experienced teacher and leader in English language teaching at the Mohammed 5 High School, ISGE, vocational high school. He lives in a city, I can never remember the name, it's between Marrakesh and Fez. Mohammed, remind me of the name of your city.
Honefra.
Okay, thank you so much. So we are here today to talk about soft skills in TESOL. I'm thrilled to be here on this topic. We had a tech check yesterday where we learned a little bit and got very excited. We just had little tiny sweet bits, but today we get the whole meal with Mohammed's presentation. Linda Chu is going to make a couple of announcements for us about our upcoming webinars and social events coming up soon. Linda, over to you.
Thank you so much, Liz, and thank you, Mohammed. We're really excited about your presentation. Just to let everyone know, so we are winding down for the summer, and we have our last in this series coming up. Our webinar is June 15th, and that will be 9 a.m. Eastern time. You can get the information with the post on our Facebook page and also on TESOL CPD PLN site. It is with Afroza Akhtar Tina, who is from Bangladesh, and she's going to be talking about alternative assessments, a topic that I think is also going to be very relevant to the teachers in our group. So thank you all. And then one last announcement is that we're having a little party, a CPD party. And that is going to be on the 29th, June 29th at noon Eastern time. And also watch for the information about that. It's going to be a time when you can talk about the year and your experiences and look to the future with career path development. So keep your eye out for both of those posts. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you, Linda, and thank you all for showing up today. You know, these days we have so many choices. We can be online in many different places, and you came here today to hear Mr. Mohammed Zouli talk to us about soft skills. We're thrilled to have him. We had a little bit of technical juggling this morning, and I'm going to share my screen and show you the slides. And then at the same time, Mohammed's going to be talking to you about what you see. So just give me a second, please, to share my screen and find you Mohammed's, well, it's not there. Thank you for waiting. I'm not gonna, let me just stop sharing my screen for a moment. We'll get this PowerPoint up here in a second. Here somewhere. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to share my screen again. Can you see it?
No, it's not visible.
Okay, it says I'm sharing my screen and I can see it, so I don't know. Thank you for your patience. How about that? No? Well, I'm letting people in the waiting room. Huh. Try again here. Thank you for waiting. I'm sorry. That's the Dropbox. That's not going to work.
So can you let me share from my laptop and talk from my iPhone?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
You give me the chance to share my slide.
Sure. Share all participants. Who can share? Who can start sharing when someone else is sharing? Let me try this one. Now, theoretically, you should be able to share now, Mohammed.
Yeah. Is it visible?
Has started screen sharing. Double click to enter full screen mode. No, it's black. Oh, there it is. Yay, it works. Can everybody see now? I hope. Can you please tell us in the chat box if you can see? Yes, I can, Coucher says. Okay, I think we're good, Mohammed. I think you can begin now.
So good afternoon, good morning, everybody. I'm going to present on TESOL soft skills.
Why don't you put it in slide presentation mode so we don't have to, we can see it more clearly. Can you do it?
I don't know how.
Oh, it's all in French. So let's see, you want presentation mode, something like that. I don't know how you say it in French. It usually just says mode lecture, maybe lecture.
Mode lecture.
Try it, see what happens. That'll probably show that, see what happens. Insertion, creation, transition.
Yes, is that?
Yeah, it's better. Much better, thank you.
So for your success in the classroom or online teaching will depend on soft skills. What are soft skills? How do we distinguish soft skills from hard skills? What are the soft skills needed for teachers? This is the aim of our presentation of today. In this presentation, we will discuss defining soft skills, hard skills versus soft skills, soft skills for teachers, and number 4, soft skills for teachers for online teaching. Number 5, how does it work? And number 6, summary of the presentation. Now we'll try to define soft skills. In Wikipedia, soft skills are combination of people skills, social skills, communication skills, character or personality traits, attitudes, career attributes, social intelligence, and emotional intelligence quotients, among others, that enable people to navigate their environments, work well with others, perform well, and achieve their goals with the complementing hard skills. The Collins English Dictionary defines the term soft skills as desirable qualities for certain forms of employment that don't depend on acquired knowledge. They include common sense, the ability to deal with the people, and positive, flexible attitude. Thus, depending on who you ask, soft skills are combination of how you interact with people, communicate, your attitude, personal qualities, habits, which makes you accomplish your tasks, adjust to environments, and have huge impact overall. The soft skills are very difficult to quantify. They fit the criteria for applied skills as opposed to basic knowledge skills. These include skills such as work ethics, professionalism, communication, both oral and written, attitude, teamwork, leadership, critical thinking, and so on. These are the skills you try to teach your students without expressly teaching. An important viewpoint is that while these skills are innate, personal, and professional assets that you can enhance, but these cannot be learned or taught. Hard skills versus soft skills. The capability of effectively using soft skills can make or break teachers' career. Hard skills are routinely taught all throughout all courses of all ages. These are skills that are easily quantifiable and can be tested as well. However, soft skills are very difficult to measure. For example, how can you measure leadership? There is no specific degree or measuring unit for these. The knowledge of the subject matter, for example, hard skills, is always considered while evaluating a teacher, but it has now been recognized soft skills for teachers are useful not only in the classroom, but also while working with parents, performing administration tasks, and working as a team. Now, number 3, soft skills for teachers. As teacher, you'll talk to and deal with a variety of people daily, and soft skills for teacher will be visible in your ability to successfully fulfilling the needs of those individuals. Soft skills for teachers include communication, both oral and written, for receiving and distributing information effectively. Amongst soft skills for teacher, another cardinal one is teamwork. A group of students is a ready-made team. Successful teamwork is necessary to complete even the simplest of the tasks like group projects, peer-to-peer interaction, etc. Other soft skills for teachers include critical thinking, leadership, and problem-solving skills, without which a teacher is unable to manage the class session behavior or progress of students. Number 4, soft skills for teachers for online teaching. Online teaching is fast becoming the norm, especially with the new state of the world, that is the pandemic. You as a teacher are deeply driven and focused to deliver the online classes, but in the course of these classes, you are also practicing and honing your skills, developing new ones as well. These soft skills will be discussed in details. Communication. Whether you are teaching online or in classroom, it is by definition a form of communication. Thus, it is a given that you must be a good communicator. The primary attribute in many soft skills for teachers, these communication skills need to be both verbal and as well as written to be successful teacher. Taking an online teaching session, demanding and holding attention, making yourself heard and respected is no feat. The visual impact or the physical impact of your personality is missing due to the virtual environment. As per human nature, students will form an opinion when you meet the first time, but it will change throughout your learning journey together, be it long or short. 3 is planning. Online teaching is sorry. Online teaching or any teaching for that matter is all about planning and more planning. And the soft skills for teachers have to include these in their arsenal. Lesson may seem incredibly long or short, but definitely not if you have an adequate plan in place, gauging the time and content of your lessons. Number 4 is patience and empathy. Online teaching definitely makes you learn the meaning of the word patience. You learn definition of how to be more patient. This may sound tough for you today or right now, but in the long run, it will become a valuable asset to add to your soft skills for teachers. Number 5 is the adaptability. Adaptability is another one of soft skills for teachers. Bring out the storyteller. Use creative resources to devise lessons that are adaptable or adapted to the overall personality or rhythm and needs to fit the online teaching session. It will always be this type of flexibility and creativity that would endear you to your students. You will learn just how resilient you are when these curve balls change you. The whole experience in the end will possibly give you a greater appreciation and capacity to adjust easier to new circumstances. Number 6 is cultural awareness. Online teaching can connect all corners of the world, and you also may be one of those teachers working according to this theme. Both you and your students will often be intrigued by each other's cultural heritage and practices. Building cultural awareness and competence is another one of the soft skills for teachers that establish mutual understanding and respect among both parties. It may come as a surprise that you know more about your own culture that you think, and you get to learn about new ones too. Number 7 is relationship building. As an online teacher, you connect to your students virtually, so the physical presence and connect is missing. It is customary for the teacher to build a trust and relationship with your students, and this is one of the principal soft skills for teachers. You will no doubt do your best to ensure your students to warm up to you, expose their learning capacity, and are receptive of the activities and exercises that you do while online teaching. Your approach may differ in style and content from one student to another, but the basic premise will remain the same, as you would need to observe their reactions and structure your lessons accordingly. Number 8 is teamwork. How is the online teaching session delivered? Well, simple, with combined efforts with you at the front end. That's a good example of teamwork and collaboration. This emphasizes on teamwork, collaborative working for innovation and resolving challenges has become popular, especially when students are concerned. Teamwork in a class, physical or online, involves parties working harmoniously together to meet common goals. And as a teacher, you have to lead by example. Your ability to work well within and as part of a team impacts everybody, like students, parents, colleagues, administrators, and other stakeholders. The ninth skills is problem solving. Do you come across issues while teaching online? These can have a negative impacts and endless addresses with the skills, internal and external issues that arise in the classroom can negatively affect learning outcomes. Problems could arise from actual teaching subject matter, technology, disagreements between peer or students, seeking advice on personal matters, and many more. And many more. So you utilize another of the soft skills for teacher, problem solving skills. The 10th soft skill is critical thinking. While doing online, teaching, you'll require to solve several problems, provide answers to myriad questions, some simple and some not so simple. So some you'll have to solve on spot, while others may have a deadline, diffuse conflicts, deal with the parents, and revise lesson plans. As teacher, you must know how to apply available resources to find solutions. Alternatively, even have the knowledge to search for new resources to answer questions successfully. These are classic uses of critical thinking to deliver solutions. Teachers have to juggle several tasks, from teaching to attending meetings, lesson planning, and grading. Getting all of it done promptly requires excellent physical organization and time management. So how does it work? So you have listened to the soft skill list, but how do these soft skills for teacher actually enhance online teaching? Let us discuss this. When you have the required soft skills for teachers, your online classes have a powerful impact on the students and make their experience interactive and memorable. So teachers must have soft skills. In the absence of proper soft skills, especially for online teaching, you'll not be able to deliver classes and lectures in correct manner, and the students' experience will be dismal. Students are notorious for having a very low attention span, and it is the teacher's capacity to retain their attention, and innovative techniques are called for. It is the soft skill for teacher put to use when by voice modulation, class activities, or prompts as required, so that students can grasp the maximum knowledge. Soft skills cannot be taught by a book, only demonstrated with an example. These soft skills skills are in demand for all professions. So this is a great opportunity to improve soft skills by observing you as a teacher. When you set a fantastic example, there can be domino effects. Students then grow up becoming exemplary individuals who can make succeed in life. and also contribute very positively to the society. All teachers must know their impact on students' roles, which they have to play in the students' life, and the recruitment processes should reflect the same. You may only teach one age group or different age groups, but you must remember that every student will be different, and so will be their interaction requirements. The soft skills for teacher will enable the teacher to understand the student's level and adjust classes. Whenever learner is entrusted to an educator, the teaching skills should be very able and abounding. It's the soft skills that are responsible for your understanding of the student's capability and cognitive capability. Leadership is an inherent soft skill for teachers. They should be able to command respect and obedience, yet remain approachable to students. When a teacher is frivolous and unable to have a serious demeanor, then students are going to end being undisciplined. When teaching online, the soft skill is vital. The class can remain on track and you can direct the class in the desired direction. You will inspire the can lead the students to become good leaders. Memorable lessons remain with a person lifelong, and that is why soft skills are imperative for teachers. The teacher and students must maintain a fine line in their relationship, especially if you teach adult students. This indicates that both should maintain a respectable distance between each other. Having said that, the students should feel comfortable and be at ease to approach you as a teacher. So how to establish these boundaries? Well, your soft skills are the answer. Your function is to be an advisor, a guide to your students. It is only possible if you apply your people skill. You should be approachable, yet be formal. Thus, you are available for them when going through a rough patch. Online teaching is here to stay and is the future of education. Technique for online teaching is already available and becoming more sophisticated to make this mode a feasible option. You are already teaching online, so you have already become part of the journey. You are a subject matter expert in your life, but to become a resounding success, your soft skill need to be perfectly honed. These skills can't be taught from a book, nor can they be quantified. They can only experience. Soft skills include communication, leadership, critical thinking, problem solving, planning, active listening, passion, empathy, cultural awareness, compassion, and many more. But these are things that make us human. And a great teacher embodies all these qualities to bring the most memorable experience to the student. Take these skills with you to be the best in any medium. My summary. A teacher or educator is a person who is responsible for helping students acquire knowledge, become competent, and instruct them in high moral standards. One special teacher can inspire and motivate the student. He or she feels as though nothing is difficult to achieve in this world. Once you set your mind for it, online teaching is the new norm for all teachers, especially in the new world climate. But both the teacher and the students can do job in comfortable environments. This is the USP. Why do students want to attend your class? When someone asks what you do differently, the answer often is just cheats. So what is the secret? The mystery is all about something often referred to as soft skills. Soft skills are a combination of how you interact with people, communicate, your attitude, personal qualities, habits, which make you accomplish your task, adjust to environments, and have a huge impact overall. These soft skills are very difficult to quantify. They fit the criteria of applied skill as opposed to basic knowledge skills. These include skills such as work ethic, professionalism, communication, both oral and written, attitude, teamwork, leadership, critical thinking, and so on. These are the skills you try to teach your students without expressly teaching. A great teacher embodies all of these qualities to bring the most memorable experience to the students. Take these skills with you to be the best teacher in any medium. Happy teaching experience.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you so much. Some food for thought. We had some really good comments. And I'm still reading them. We are only a smallish group. There are only 14 of us. So I'm going to open the mutes. Please unmute yourself. I know Kauthar had a really good question about leadership being the central one, and I kind of agree with her on that. The juggling theme, Mohammed, you talk about juggling, you know, that you have so many things to do at the same time. So many interesting subtopics here in your presentation. Thank you very much for this thoughtful reflection on your own, probably your own experience, right? You were talking from your own teaching in the vocational school there in Morocco. Kauthar, Ola, one of you, may I ask you to ask your question? See if we can get someone to be brave. Ola's got her mute on. Kauthar, are you here? There she is. Kauthar, you're here. Are you able to unmute and ask? There you are. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Thank you.
Mohammed, could you take down your screen, please? Because
for this presentation.
Sorry.
Thank you
Kauthar,
for your time. Thank you for Mr. Mohammed Zouli.
Welcome.
Hello?
Your audio is a little bit off. I'm going to go back up and say, Linda had a comment.
Thank you. Could you hear me, Professor?
Much better. Thank you. Yes.
Hello?
Please go ahead. We can hear you.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you again for your presentation. My question is easy and hard at the same time. How can we acquire all these soft skills? Because it's kind of being a perfect person, to be a good leader, to be a good communicator, to adapt easily to all circumstances, how to be a good example for your students. How can we acquire all these soft skills? And the most important is that how can we teach indirectly these soft skills to our students? Thank you. That was my question. Thank you very much.
Really good question. Mohammed, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Kauthar, for your question. It's hard and not easy. But first of all, I want to say that soft skills are not teachable. We can't teach them. We gain them through experience, through being exposed to our own life. Through this, we acquire some of these soft skills. I don't ask teacher to have all these soft skills. in order to be a good teacher. You might have just one or two or three of these soft skills and maybe a good teacher. So there is no need to have all these skills in order to be a good teacher, because if you are teacher, you are there to be good, and that's what differentiates teaching from other professions. I don't know, but soft skills are not to be taught. You can acquire them through your life experience, through your expertise in class, and you can pass this soft skill to your students without teaching them, without being aware that you are teaching that soft skill. I hope I answered you, Kautar.
Kautar, are you still with us? Did you have any other question or response?
Yes. Thank you very much. That was my question. Thank you.
Thank you, Kautar.
I will let the floor for other people to ask their questions. Thank you, too.
Thank you. I believe, Linda, did Ola have a question, or there was someone else? Shahar brings up the important issue of technology skills, and those are hard skills perhaps, but they go together, don't they? The attitude and the work ethic and the leadership, all that with computer skills. You need to kind of put them together, which is an interesting thought, that they're soft and hard, and then there's the combination of soft and hard.
Good morning here from Bolivia. I don't know if I can ask a question.
Yes, you can. Hi from Bolivia. I don't see you. I'm going to have to find you on my view here.
Beatriz, and I'm with my
Beatriz, welcome from Bolivia, all the way from Bolivia. We're so lucky.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, thank you so much. The presentation is quite interesting, and there's so many things that directly touched my heart at a personal level and at a professional level. So 2 questions, in fact. Number one, why did you become interested in soft skills? And how did you make that connection between teaching and the soft skills? And the second question would be, is it possible to get a copy of your presentation? It would be great if it is. So thank you so much, Professor England. It's great to see you again.
And you, Beatriz. Mohammed, the floor is yours, friend.
It's a really tough question, but I want to say that any profession whatsoever needs soft skills. Hard skills are there for everybody of us. We can learn them in class or in vocational education, I don't know, but soft skills, we need them, all of us as people. So as teacher, you need this soft skill much more from other jobs, because you are dealing with different ages students, and these students may have the relationship with you more than the one they have with their family member, because they see you every day, and through the soft skills you have, you can pass them to the students without knowing. I said this to Kautar before. You can pass the soft skill to your students over without knowing that you are passing them.
Yeah.
But to answer the question of why combining these soft skills, it's not my my fault, as they say, but you need them as teacher. in order to be successful teacher. I don't want to say perfect, but at least teacher, you need many of these soft skills.
Thank you so much.
As for the presentation, I can send it over. I have no problem.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Beatrice, please put your email in the chat box for Mohammed and he can find it. Also, we are recording this program, so you can watch it again with the slides as well. But I'm sure Mohammed's happy to send you an email as well.
No problem.
I'm going to trouble Ola again because she asked a really good question. Ola, if you're still here, and yeah, there you are.
Yes, yes.
Can you
Yes.
talk to us about your comment earlier on leadership? It's a very interesting comment.
Yeah, good evening. I don't know what's your time zone now, but here we are in Yemen. We are in the evening. Okay, how are you?
Ahlan from Yemen, yay. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much for this webinar. It's very useful and beneficial for us as teachers. But what I wanted to know that how can we have this leadership in our classroom? What does Mr. Mohammed mean by leadership? Does he mean that managing the classroom or managing the activities or feedback? I don't know what is it. Okay. So I wanted more clarification for this. Thank you very much.
It's a great question, Ola. Mohammed, you are the expert.
Concerning leadership, taking an online teaching session, demanding and holding attention, making yourself heard and respected is so fit. The visual impact or the physical impact of your personality is missing due to the virtual environment. As per human nature, students will form an opinion when you meet the first time, but it will change throughout your learning journey together, be it long or short. However, this can only happen after you manage lessons efficiently and communicate effectively, especially if you insist on core rules in session. Rules should include punctuality, listening to peers, participation in class activities, and discipline throughout the entire lesson time will establish you as the leader. You will need to learn about your students, sink into their psyche, and be aware of what are the needs of each of these students. So this leadership interests the teacher much more than the student. It is the soft skill needed for teacher to manage his class efficiently.
Oh, so you mean that making or building a rapport, just like when we face-to-face classroom between us and our students, online courses. This is what you meant, yeah?
It is not related to virtual or online classes. It is leadership is soft skill that every teacher needs. It means he teach in face-to-face or online. This leadership combines within it the management, the class management, trying to have some rapport, I say, between the teacher and his students is part of leadership, not the leadership soft skill.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Mohammed.
Thank you. Good discussion. We see a hand up. A person with the name LT has his or her hand up, and I don't know who it is, but you're next. Next question, LT. Maybe they did it by mistake. I don't know if they're there. Oh, they're not answering. Okay. Oh, there. I think they went away. No, there's LT. Judith says, a very great presentation. I feel like soft skills is when the knowledge of these 10 components become part of a person till they pass them to others or exhibit them unaware. It's a very cool comment that it's somehow, and I think Mohammed talked about, it's sort of unconscious or not conscious or not direct instruction or intentional. I don't know. Mohammed?
Yeah, it's I say as I said in my presentation, soft skills are people skills.
Mm.
It means every human being has to have such skills. Imagine that we apply for a certain job or what, I don't know, but me and my peer, we have the same qualification, but he was accepted and not me. The problem here is the soft skill. I don't have the needed soft skill for that job.
Mm.
We can measure or test this soft skill in during the interview. You will see, we'll watch, we'll test the soft skills you have, because we are aware that you have hard skills as many other people, but this soft skill, I don't know how to say this, but soft skills are specific for each person. Each person has his soft skills, and the teacher is specialized with students, which means another group of soft skills. I hope I answered all our.
Yeah, I think you could become a rich man, Mohammed, if you could figure out how to measure those 10 components, what you call soft skills. You could become very rich, because for hiring or for anything, we want to know, people's attitude and if they have good work ethic, all that stuff. Very interesting.
And the empathy, which is human. Every human has certain feeling of empathy. But as teacher, you need empathy much more than other people, and much more than in other professions, except from medical career.
Indeed. Teaching requires very special and high-level skills of communication. Other comments or questions?
Yeah, thank you, Mohammed. I just wanted to say it's curious to me, the soft skills that we had in the classroom and how they transfer over into teaching online. And do you think we have lost any of those soft skills now because we are teaching online? I mean, for example, you talked about empathy, and I can envision that and have that in my classroom, but to me, it's a little bit harder when you do things online.
For teachers, especially online, we added unconsciously other soft skills to suit our virtual classes. You can see your students face to face, so you try internally to develop some soft skills special for virtual classes. Unconsciously, I say unconsciously. But your experience. If you are not experienced, I hope that this not. I think that this not will be feasible.
It's more difficult if you're a new teacher to have those instincts. But can you give us example, Mohammed, of your answer to Linda? You said we unconsciously add skills. in an online setting. And I think you're right.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get my head around what skill, for example, can you name that you might want to use, for example?
Management, the classroom management, virtual classroom management. We have not studied how to manage our students virtually.
Yeah.
You can control all the students virtually, but through experience and expertise, you can get rules. You can establish things that will help you in the forthcoming classes.
Yeah.
So, for example, classroom management, we don't have any idea about classroom management while virtually or while online.
Hmm. Good example. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I've been a teacher trainer my whole life, training teachers of English and Arabic too, throughout my life. And I don't remember one program, I worked in many programs, where they had a course for students who were becoming teachers called soft skills. We never had a course for the teachers. But at the same time, in a course such as methodology or assessment or those, you know, the normal classes you would take, we would have many examples of soft skills. So the students were expected to have soft skills, but we never really called them that. And I'm not sure they got a grade for how well they did with soft skills.
Yeah.
So it's a really good point that you make, and I thank you for doing it. I'm very interested in the intersection, soft and hard. Yeah, I know everything in my head about applied linguistics. It doesn't matter if I don't have soft skills. So I want to think about how they go together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you gave us a lot of good ideas. Other questions? We're coming up. We're almost finished. We have about 5 more minutes. Is there one? We have time for one more question before we let Mohammed go on to his evening there at home.
No problem. If there is question, I'll answer.
You had some good ones. I don't know who is QCOM, MacBook Pro. Beatrice asked a great question. Judith had a great question. Lily Kautar, Shahar talked about computer skills. And I think that's an interesting combination of hard and soft.
That's hard skill. Most computer skills are hard skill.
But I can be a computer genius and be a terrible teacher, right? Because I don't have soft skills. I don't know. I'm going to stop the recording now and thank Mohammed so very much for his wonderful presentation today. It was a really good one. I enjoyed it a lot.